engine. Why it is used only cryogenic engine? Have you heard the propulsion? Cryogenic propulsion engine. Why it is using only cryogenic engine ISRO rockets recently launched the Skyroad plan. Why it is used only cryogenic engines? What is what is compression?
Fuel is compressed and we can save.
For the cryogenic engines running, we use the cryogenic fuel. What are the cryogenic fuels? Liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. How it is transformed. In our atmosphere, there will be oxygen and also the mixture with carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and the hydrogen. Okay, how it is transformed? Have you know anyone of know? To acquire the atmosphere air from the atmosphere, that is converted to liquids, which is liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, pure liquid nitrogen, pure liquid oxygen, and also the pure liquid hydrogen. That will be used in the ISRO or any propulsion cryogenic engines. So, in the transition period, there will be use of the instrumentation. Okay, because there will be extreme low temperatures. So that is the advanced instruments in cryogenics. So these are the various applications, not only in ISRO, NASA, in medical industry, in food industry. So these are the properties of cryogenic liquids: liquid hydrogen, liquid helium, liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, liquid natural gas, liquefied natural gas. Those are the cryogenic applications, which is extreme low temperatures. Highest cryogenic temperature is minus 269 degrees centigrade, which is liquid helium. Why only liquid helium? So, to using the data centers cooling, liquid helium is important to liquefy the helium gas. That is also application. And then, so what are the major challenges in industry? We have faced in the industry major challenges. So I already told you, in a pipeline there will be transforming the transporting the liquid hydrogen liquid. Okay, what will happen if any instrumentation or temperature or pressure instrumentation is failing? What will happen? What will happen? The catastrophic incidents will be happen. So, what is the measures to take the cryogenic fuel transporting? Already knows are said there will be a vacuum jacketed pipeline. Vacuum jacketed and there will be a MLI. Super insulation will be there. So not only the pipeline, we have to take care of the measurements of the walls. What is the using of the walls? What is the use of the walls? To controlling the fluids or gases or any of the liquids. Okay. In cryogenic industry, there will be using the walls. What type of walls will be using? Which type of walls will be using? Let's suppose we have taken a pipe and then there will be hot water is passing through that pipe. So there will be wall is placing. So you have to operate that wall. What will happen? The heat is ingressed through the wall and the stem. Right? Stem is nothing but the handling lever. Okay. In cryogenic also there will be extreme low temperatures, so that will be also the very dangerous. So after minus 40 degrees centigrade, if you pour the any liquid or any of the drop skin, which type of materials you have to use? There will be aesthetic stainless steel materials to be using because of very extreme low temperatures. The stainless steel will be normal steel grade will be brittle. If it is brittle, the catastrophic incidents will be happen. So that the very materials also the properties also will be changed, right. So the various materials to sustained materials to be using. the cryogenic industry. Okay, these are the major challenges in the cryogenic industry. And also I already told you the sensing organs. Like sensing organs, the instrumentation is the sensing which is measure the pressure and temperature, which is crucial for the any industry, not only cryogenic, any industry. The cryogenic is very crucial because it's very low temperatures. Okay, then these are the thermo electric noise. If any pipeline will be there, there will be noise will be coming from the pipelines. What is the noise? Sensing. The instrumentation will sense the fluid and then because of the vibration that will give the noise. So there will be various of instrumentation technologies. In a pipeline, we don't have to insert the thermocouple or any insert the tip of the pipe. So which type of instrumentation is using? In a pipe, there will be a fluid is flowing. Which type of instrumentation is using? We can't use the tip pipe to measure. There will be lot of things happen. So every time we have to calibrate the instrumentation, and also the every time we have to check the instruments and also the valves. Weekly we have to maintain the preventive maintenance schedule. Okay, we have to properly we have to properly maintain the instruments and also the measurement units. Present temperature measurements. I already told you the RTD sensor. That is RTD sensor, resistance temperature device. Normal RTD sensor can measure the normal temperature or a hot water in a hot water tank. There will be RTD sensor will be there. That is normal temperature. But extreme low temperatures, what will be they happen? If you use the normal RTD sensor, that cannot measure the exact temperature, that will brittle. So that for the extreme low temperatures, we have to use the sustainable grade material. That is platinum RTD sensor that will sustain up to the minus 253 degrees centigrade. If I want to measure liquid helium, what will be the material to use? That cell of extreme low temperatures. What is superconducting materials? What is superconducting material? There will be silicon diodes. Silicon diodes, the millikelvin we have to using in the superconducting material. For suppose in China there will be high speed trains. How it is going high speed trains? By using the supermagnets, right? Supermagnet. So they will be using the superconducting diodes of the thermocouples. These are the different types of thermocouples like RTD sensors for the cryogenic industry. And also not only the instruments we have using the ball valves, gold globe valves, and the instruments also using in cryogenic industry. So the instrumentation part we have to take care of the measure the pressure and temperature for the sustainable grade of the material. Okay. For the precision level of density and mass sensing, in cryogenic industry, the extreme low temperatures, which is required very keen and clear, correct values we have to observe. Okay, because if any malfunctioning of the instrumentation, for suppose pH value we have to maintain at 7, or it will be very extreme low. So if not extreme 7, if not maintain 7, what will happen? There will be the misconduct, right? There will be the analyzing sensor will be failed, and also the catastrophic accidents will be happen. Okay. So if any of industry, there will be the liquid hydrogen is passing through the pipe. So that what will happen? If any leakage will be there. For a, going through the pipe, the minus 250 degrees centigrade, there will be the leak at the plant. What will happen? The hydrogen will be leaking through the atmosphere and will be flammable gases, right? So to detect the hydrogen gases, that needs of the instrumentation. Which type of instrumentation we using? Which type of instrumentation we using? Oxidation. Oxidation will be happening because hydrogen is a clean fuel and there is no color like nitrogen. Nitrogen also minus 196 degrees centigrade. Nitrogen also very clean fuel. That will be the no taste, no color, nothing will happen. If any leakage will be happen, that is required the sensing, detecting detectors will be required. So instrumentation is not only in cryogenic industry, in every industry will be using for the measuring of the temperature, pressure, density, and pH levels, analyzing the clean fuels and the filtration equipments. So instrumentation, that is the important of the instrumentation. These are the types of the flow measurement and valve controls. So in instrumentation there is no manual intervention. So the controller will be some is there and the pipeline is there, somewhat is there. So every time the man will go and operate should not happen. So there will be automation. By using the instrumentation, there will be automation is happening. So there is a control room in a DCS or HMI will be is having and to operate the controls by using the controls that operate the valves or anything sensors we have to using. Because every time the man intervention is not possible, right? So this is various type of the material, various type of the fluid properties. There will be instruments will be changing. This is the long step bonnet cryogenic control valve. This is the ball valve. Why it is not having this stem at ball valve, short stem? Why? Because in cryogenic pipeline that should be required vacuum jacketing piping because the atmospheric is 25 degrees centigrade. That is heat ingress will be happening and the inside the fuel will be vapor, right? So that is avoiding the to avoid the that heat ingress we have using the vacuum jacket piping and then vacuum jacket valves also. That why is using the long stem? If using the short stem, that by using the heat ingress will be happen and the sealing wall sealing will be freezes. If freezes, the wall will not operate. So the long stem we have to use. So the long stem we have to use and the heat ingress will be low, minimizes. So that is the reason behind this long stem bonnet valve. And this one is flow measurement and valve controls. These are the instruments we have. You already know that gauges and temperature sensors and valve controlling valves and the pressure controlling valves and pressure safety relief valves. For suppose there is a tank. In a tank, the liquid hydrogen or any cryogenic liquid will build at minus 50 degrees centigrade. If heat increase through the walls, tank, what will happen? In that liquid, the vapor will happen and the vapor will evaporate through the catastrophic instance. Okay. If not, pressure safety valve work properly. What will happen? Pressure safety valve. If in a tank the pressure will be built up and the pressure safety valve will not work properly, the tank will be blast. Okay, to avoid these incidents or accidents, to avoid these accidents, we have to use the instrumentation. There will be pressure safety valve properly. The if pressure built in the tank, the pressure will be went through the pressure safety valve. Okay. So in every tank there will be two pressure safety valves and one rupture disc is there. So if one is bad, one is will be working. ఓకే రెండు వర్క్ అవ్వకపోతే అనే క్వశ్చన్ ఉండకూడదు. చాలా మంది రెండు ఫెయిల్ అయితే అని అనుకుంటారు. ఇన్ ఎవరీ ఇండస్ట్రీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేకింగ్ ద సేఫ్టీ మెజర్మెంట్స్. ఏదో ఒకటే ఫెయిల్ అవుతుంది కానీ రెండు ఒకేసారి ఫెయిల్ అవ్వదు. ఒకటి ఫెయిల్ అయితే ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది. సో అట్లాగే ఒక ట్యాంక్లో ప్రెజర్ సేఫ్టీ వాల్వ్ ఫెయిల్ అయింది అనుకోండి, ఇంకో ప్రెజర్ సేఫ్టీ వాల్వ్ కూడా సేఫ్టీ రిలీఫ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, దట్ విల్ బి ద సేఫ్టీ మెజర్మెంట్స్ టేకింగ్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ది అవర్ lives. Okay, instrumentation is not the just thing. The safety of our lives and safety of the our environment and safety of the our sustainable lives. Okay, that is the advanced instrumentation in cryogenics. But not only in cryogenics, in everywhere will be happening in the instrumentation. Or suppose in this hall there will be so many ACs are there. So if any AC is measuring the temperature by using the sensing in the environment, right? It will be showing either it is now 24 or either it is 22, 23. Whichever it is, the temperature is sensing. By using the sensing, that is showing the temperature. So that is also instrumentation. So there will be advanced in instrumentation technologies. The innovation will be come forward. Okay, innovation nothing but something not new. Innovation is the existing from the advancement of the existing technology. For suppose cars are there, petrol and diesel cars are there. Now EV cars are there. The technology is car. The advancement is EV cars. So that is the innovation. Now sir also told that hydrogen technology, hydrogen cars. That is also innovation. Okay, the existing technology also we have to advance the technology, that is innovation. But not only new, the advancement of the existing technology is also innovation. Okay. These are the comparative sensor technologies, platinum arcadic and Cernax sensor, silicon diode. Based on the fluid properties, based on the materials, there will be the changing the instrumentations. Okay, and I have given you the two industry case studies. During the nitrogen commissioning line, liquid nitrogen commissioning line, there will be test trials will be happening. So there will be leaking is there. So what will happen? Test running, commissioning of the liquid nitrogen plant. The standard globe wall will be pre-seized. What will happen? What is the major root cause behind this? I already told you. If any short stem we have to fix it there. Then will be the reason behind the seizing of the oil seals. There is no operation. So to be using the long stem and long bonnet vacuum jacketed valves, we have to use it. The next one is the next case study is in a high pressure liquid hydrogen transferring line. There is a manifold because the hydrogen is generating from the renewable energy and the water electrolysis that will be converting into the hydrogen and oxygen. That the hydrogen is purified as a gaseous hydrogen that will be converted to the liquid hydrogen by using the Joule-Thomson method or that throttling methods. So that is converting to liquid hydrogen. Okay, from transferring the liquid hydrogen, there will be manifold to supply the various tankers or tanks. that will be happening. So there will be the plant leakages in a pipeline. There will be plant leakage. Even the vacuum jacketed, there will be plant leakage through the glands. If any leakages will be happen, the hydrogen is clean gas and that's not visible, right? So there will be required the analyzing the sensors, gas analyzers will happen, gas detectors. We called it as gas detectors. That is called asphyxiation. Asphyxiation. We called it as asphyxiation because the gas is mixed with the atmospheric air. That if we inhale that, that will be very problem or very catastrophic incidents will happen. So gas detectors when using the very flammable hydrogen lines or flammable oxygen lines or nitrogen lines, we have to use it. Okay. To avoid those leakages, we have to fix the detectors. Okay. If any detection of hydrogen gas or oxygen gas or nitrogen gas, that will be sensing and then give the alarms and then the plant will be shut down. Okay. So the instrumentation, the importance of instrumentation is very crucial in the cryogenic industry. Not only cryogenic industry, in everywhere, green hydrogen, green ammonia, in the chemical industry, pharmaceutical industry, medical industry, instrumentation is very crucial. So instrumentation is like our sensing organs, eyes and ears and our nervous system. The instrumentation is also the sensing, the crucial for every industry. Okay, without instrumentation there is no safety. Okay, just imagine without instrumentation in the world, you can't imagine, right? Okay, so that is the instrumentation and the importance of instrumentation. So you people are being third year from after that fourth year we are going to fourth year. I already sir said about the startup and the ideas. We have very fresh minds and very keen innovation minds, right? Not only you have to invent something new, there will be existing technologies will be so many there. So from the extension of the existing technology, you have to innovate something new. Okay?
ఇందాక కార్తిక్
Thank you.
చెప్పాడు
Thank you.